Okay, today we're going to be doing a little bit of 2 pages. Even though you've already done one-step equations, we're also going to do a two-step equation. They can be on the same page or two separate pages. But on this one, we are going to cut on the bold and fold on the dotted as we have in the past. So you can shut this off to do your cutting, or you can cut while I am. Pause it whenever you want and catch up to where I am. And then you can, remember you're cutting right inside of these also. So what this happens to be, you're folding on the dotted, so these can fold in like that. And then that's going to glue right there. And there your two-step one, you're going to cut that as well. I'm just cutting right now, so that's what you're not seeing. And then on this one, remember that you're also going to cut in here and in here, because they're going to be flaps. And they're going to glue right down here. You're only going to glue this piece. So you're going to put the glue on the back of this. And the glue just on this part of it, so the flips can flip. Kind of like your flippy notes. There you go. And then when we're talking about this, we're doing addition and subtraction are inverse operations, as are multiplication and division. So the inverse operation of addition is subtraction. So I can just make a subtraction sign, or you can actually write the word subtraction. And then you're going to do the -4 on each side of the equation, so that when you're done, x is going to equal 7 minus 4, because this is zero pair. X is left alone. 7 minus 4 is 3. So your answer to that would be 3. On this one, the inverse operation is going to be division, because the inverse operation of multiplication is division. So the 8 is here, so you need to get rid of this. You can divide by a -8, divide by a -8. So that will be a 1, which would be just 1x. So your x is on this side. And then your 24 divided by a -8 is a -3. So underneath the flap is the answer. On top of the flap is the inverse operation for this particular problem. The inverse operation for subtraction is addition. So you're going to take this and add it. So you make a zero pair. And then you just have x left on that side. And you have equals 12 plus 2 is 14. And then division. The opposite of division is multiplying. So we're going to multiply by 6, or 6 over 1. And so you're going to multiply by 6, or 6 over 1. The 6's will cancel, so you'll have x by, oops, sorry. This is going to be the inverse operation is going to be multiply. And so then the 6's will cancel. You have x by itself. And 5 times 6 is 30. So that's kind of how you put that page together. Down here in a two-step equation, you're going to learn that you have to undo in the opposite order that you do PEMDAS, or order of operations. So instead of multiplying and dividing last, multiplying and dividing first, you're going to do that last. So you're going to actually add and subtract first. So you're going to actually get away this, so get this down to looking like one of those. So we're going to get that away by subtracting 4 on each side. So when you subtract 4 on each side, this would become a zero pair, so I still have x over 2 is equal to, what's 5 minus 4? That's 1. I'm not quite done yet, because now it looks like this one here. So now I have to, this is division, so I need to multiply by 2, or 2 over 1, multiply by 2, so that these will cancel, and I'll have x by itself, and then 1 times 2 is 2. And to double check your work, you can put the 2 in for x. 2 divided by 2 is 1, plus 4 is 5. So it does work. Down here, we're going to get rid of the 3. You always circle the sign in front of it, so if I subtract the 3, because I've got 3 on both sides of the equation, I'm going to still have a negative x, because this is a zero pair, I still have that, is equal to 8. Well, now because this is like a -1, if I divide by a -1 on both sides, I will get those to cancel, and I'll have x by itself, and I'll have 8 divided by a negative 1 is a negative 8. What you'll notice is that a negative x equals 8, x is equal to negative 8. You're multiplying by a negative 1 or just changing the sign on both sides. Down here, we need to get rid of this first. So we're going to add the 10 and add the 10. So this is a 0 pair. We still have negative x is equal to 24. We need to then get rid of this 1. So we're going to divide by negative 1. Divide by negative 1. This will cancel out. I'll have x is equal to negative 24 because 24 divided by negative 1. Again, you're just switching the signs on that. So those should be those done. So this is a good review for you for getting ready for your test as well, coming up soon. Good luck. If you have any questions, you can ask